Morning everyone. This is Standard 6 Science chapter Motion and Measurement of Distance, and in this chapter we are going to discuss about the question and answer. Okay, first question is, what type of motion is performed by wheel of the bicycle? Here we are seeing the person riding a bicycle, okay, is an example of multiple motion. The wheel of bicycle rotates on its own axle, okay, and that motion is called rotatory motion. And at the same time the bicycle is moving on a straight path, and that motion is called rectilinear. If the bicycle is moving on the curved path, that motion is called curvilinear. Okay, now second question is, what made a great change in the mode of transportation? Okay, as we know that we have arrived here, okay, by working hard of our ancestors. When no means of transport were available, people traveled mainly on foot and carried luggage on their back. After domestication of animals, human beings started using animals such as horses, camels and elephants for transportation and carrying goods from one place to another. Invention of wheel brought about many changes, like cart pulled by animals were used to travel from one place to another. The wheel is now the basis of our vehicles like bicycle, scooters, cars and motorbikes. So here the invention of wheel was the great change in the mode of transport. Now next question is, name the unit of length which you like to express the distance between Jammu and Kanyakumari. Okay, it's a long distance, Jammu and Kanyakumari, but we will discuss more about here. Okay, measurement of length occurs by different units such as millimeter, centimeter, meter and kilometer. Millimeter is used to measure the thickness of a small thing, okay, and centimeter is also used for measurement of small things, okay, and meter when we measure the table, when we measure the chair, when we measure our bed, or when we go outside to buy the clothes, we ask that give me 2 meters of cloth. But now the question comes here, should we have to measure the distance between two cities, okay, or two towns. Now to measure the length or a long distance between two towns or two cities is very large. It is inconvenient to express such long distance in terms of meter, so the distance between the two towns or the two cities is measured in kilometer. Here periodic motion, we are going to first discuss the periodic motion. The question related to that is, state type of motion possessed by the branch of tree moving to and fro. Okay, here you can see that the from the air the tree is moving here and there, it means to and fro. Okay, first, what do you mean by periodic motion? Okay, an object is said to be in periodic motion if it repeats the motion after regular interval of time. Motion of earth around the sun is also the example of that. Okay, rotation of the earth on its own axis is also a type of periodic motion. Okay, now next question is, name one unit of length which is bigger than the meter. Just now I said, okay, just now I said that we have, if we have to measure the distance between two towns, then it is called kilometer. If we have to measure the objects, then it is meter. Okay, in 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeter, but here the kilometer is this, so 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. From this equation it shows that the kilometer is bigger unit than the meter. Now next question is, what is the need of measurement? Okay, now from here we will discuss the importance of measurement, why we need measurement. Okay, we are going outside to buy the things. Okay, like example, we are going for the shopkeeper to give me 1 kg of sugar. Okay, here we are asking for 1 kg of sugar, that is kg is a physical quantity. Okay, and we are going outside to buy the clothes, that we ask the shopkeeper to give 2 meter of clothes for making shirt. Okay, this is also a physical quantity. Okay, meter is coming when you go outside. Okay, from one city to another, you say the distance between Patna to Delhi, I am giving example, is 1000 kilometer. So here we are also using the physical quantity. And for measuring the temperature of your body, that is also a type of physical quantity. So in many cases we are using this. So measurement provides a standard for everyday things and processes. For weight, temperature, length, even time is the measurement, and it does play an important role in our life. The money or currency we use is also a measurement. Okay, so the thing, if the problem which is created when we don't have measurement, okay, a lot of problem is created. So here all the needs of measurement. Okay, here the answer is, there is a need for measurement in physical quantity. Without it, how can you define things? We cannot define it. Okay, by measuring a physical quantity, we define the properties of a material, which the physical quantity is associated with. Example, distance, speed, mass, pressure, force, momentum, and energy. Now we are going to discuss this question, how did people measure length in the ancient times? Okay, in the ancient times, people used different parts of their body to measure the length. The length of an object was measured by using hand span, cubit. Okay, hand span here, cubit here, pace, foot step. Okay, all these they are using this. Okay, and this hand span, pace, cubit, and other units based on the length of a body parts that are not accurate and reliable. So the question here asks, what the measurement from the ancient time, that is hand span, cubit, and pace. Now here question comes, that write the precaution that one should take while measuring the length of a scale. Okay, when we have to measure the length with a scale. Okay, first of all, how to measure the length on object? To measure the length of an object, suppose that this card is this. Okay, and we place the card along the object in such a way that the zero marks, okay, here it is 0 marks of the scale, coincides with the left end of the object. The length on object is then obtained by reading the scale division from up to here. Okay, here is the end point. Okay, by reading the scale division coinciding with the right end of the object. So we are using here. Now the most important thing, that what precaution we should take. First of all, we should take the precaution by the placement of scale. How should we place the scale? How we will place the scale? Okay, that is the important thing. The scale should be placed with the object along its length. Okay, along its length, with the object along its length as shown in this figure. Okay, here it is wrong placement of scale. here it is not straight. You can see here it is not straight. If we place it at an angle, okay, as shown in this figure, okay, our reading will be incorrect. Here you can see reading will be fluctuated. So the correct placement of scale is this one. Okay, you can see here how it correctly placed it. Okay, now second point is worn out end. From here we can see the scale is worn out. Here we can see the scale is worn out, means broken from the starting. Okay, sometimes due to the repeated use, the zero marks of the scale get worn out and cannot be seen clearly. Cannot be seen clearly. Then what should we do? The zero marks of the scale worn out, then we cannot see it clearly, but after some time the end of the scale may get damaged or broken due to the various reason. In such cases we should measure the length of an object starting from any other mark, like we are putting here 1. Okay, then 1 centimeter marks here putting, we subtract the reading of this 1 centimeter from the reading of other end. Other end is here, whatever the value we are starting, and we are the end point is this, we will deduct minus, okay, 1 centimeter, we will deduct 1 centimeter, then we can get the measurement. Okay, now the third is the position of an eye. How we will put the eye? Okay, see here. First, it is important, the correct position of eye is also important for taking the measurement. Our eye should be focused exactly above the end point. Here we can see. Okay, here we can see exactly above the end point. Here is your end point, and our eyes is exactly on the end point. If you will see from this side, your right side, if you are see from the left side, then the measurement you will get, that is wrong. So we have to take 3 precautions. First one is placement of a scale. Second one is worn out end, if the scale is broken on the either from the first or the last. And the third is the position of your eyes. Your eyes should be the exactly above the end point. Then now question number 4. Okay, here it is saying arrange the following length in increasing order to their magnitude. Okay, which is bigger, which is smaller, we have to arrange in the order of increasing. So here in the previous question I have discussed that the smallest unit is millimeter, then it's come centimeter, okay, then it's comes meter, then it's come the kilometer. So the smallest unit to millimeter to kilometer. Okay, we have arranged this in like this. Okay, now we will see this question. How many meters are there in 5 kilometer? Okay, first of all, we know that in 1 kilometer 1000 meter is there. So we have to calculate from in 1 kilometer 1000 meter, and we have to collect 5 kilometer how much meter is there. So we have to multiply. Okay, then 5 multiplication 1000, that is come 5000 meter. So thank you.